Hello, friends. It is December 7th, guys. Can you believe how quickly this year has gone by? And even just how fast December is going by. So, it's crazy. Before we know it, January is going to be here. But, anyways, my name is Ruth-Joy Connell. If this is your first time catching one of my live broadcasts, I am an income strategist. And what that means is I help millennial entrepreneurs use their own skills to create their own income and start their own businesses. I am also a wife to an amazing musician, and I am a child of God. I actually believe I'm God's favorite child, but that's just me and God. You can be too, but I believe it. Anyways, guys, there's 23 days or 24 days left in the year, and it's crazy. Christmas is almost here, and guys, I don't have my Christmas tree up, and that makes me so sad because normally November 1st rolls around and it's like Christmas tree decorations, everything is up and ready. But this year, because I was traveling in November, and then also Clay has been traveling so much as well this month and last month, sorry, that we haven't got a chance to put up our Christmas tree. Because for us, it's a tradition that we put up our Christmas tree together, and we try not to compromise that and not to break the traditions that we're trying to start. So unfortunately, that's meant that we haven't gotten a chance to put it up, but it's going up on Monday. So go ahead and hold me to it. Let me know. If you don't follow me on Instagram, just follow me at rjconnell.ca or .ca. That's funny. At rjconnell official, and just send me a message. Be like, where's your Christmas tree? I want to see it. Because when we put it up, I'm going to put it up on my story. So go ahead and you can follow kind of that there. But anyways, kind of makes me sad, but at least it's something for me to look forward to. So go ahead, let me know, what are some of your Christmas traditions? I want to know. Put them in the comments below. And if you don't have Christmas traditions, maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, that's fine. What are your holiday traditions, if you have any? Go ahead, let me know. So if you don't have a lot of time today, I'm here to talk to you guys about something that was just on my mind, on my heart, and I wanted to make sure I connected with you on this topic. So for anybody who hasn't yet accomplished, who has goals, plans, resolutions, dreams that they wanted to accomplish this year that they haven't gotten the chance to do yet, you are who I want to talk to. And it doesn't have to be in the area of business. It could be, your personal goals, could be towards your health, your relationships, your marriage, anything, any one of your goals. If you have goals that you set for yourself and you didn't accomplish them this year, you're who I want to talk to. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you have your pen and your paper ready. I always come with my notes, and I expect you guys to as well. Anyways, so the slogan or the hashtag New Year, New Me is something that's always popular in January. And even if you don't actually use it yourself, you still have that mentality. A lot of people, a lot of us go into the new year with that mentality. Like, you're already thinking now, 2019 is going to be an amazing year. How can I plan for it? How can I put things in place? Which is amazing. You should be planning for it. Planning is part of the process of us taking responsibility for where we want to be, which is awesome. However, there is this, it's like we don't realize that when you are just thinking about 2019, you're also not thinking about today, right? And so, like, for me, that New Year, New Me mentality, or that slogan, implies that all of a sudden 2019 midnight's going to roll around on New Year's Eve, and then all of a sudden, just like that, you're going to be a new person. And that's not realistic, because if you've been spending 2018 reinforcing the bad habits and the things that you were doing that prevented you from actually accomplishing your goals and your dreams this year, that's not all of a sudden going to change with the stroke of midnight. And so we have to be planning for it. And so that's part of the reason I have a problem with that mentality and with that slogan. It also implies that you are kind of erasing the old and you're going to introduce something new, which to me is not a solution, because it's like putting a Band-Aid on a problem. When you don't actually take the time to reflect on what got me here, how did I end up not accomplishing some of my goals, and what were the goals that I did accomplish? Celebrate those ones as well. When you don't take the time to reflect, then you're not really improving. You're just kind of putting a Band-Aid over it. You're hiding the problem because you don't know what actually caused it. You never took the time to figure out, what's the source of the problem here? What is the source of it, and how can I fix it? And so what you end up doing often is just covering it up with something new. And that's why so many resolutions and so many people start so many things in January, but they never actually finish, because you were never looking to create a solution for yourself. You were just trying to cover up how you were feeling with a new resolution. And you're not taking into account the fact that none of your resolutions for the last 5 years have ever worked. And the goal that you said you had 5 years ago, you still haven't accomplished, that you could have accomplished in maybe a month or two. So anyways, that's just kind of my own qualms, my own issues around the new year, new me mentality. And so instead, what I wanted to do was really challenge you to take on a new mentality. The first thing I want to challenge you to do is to think about today. I don't want you to start thinking about 2019 when you haven't yet done the things you could do today, because there's still more work for you to do before the end of the year comes. You think that just because it's December and just because there's only 24 days left in the month, that those 24 days don't count, but they do. And if you don't use those 24 days well, you're not going to use the next 365 days well. You're not, because you're already not in the habit of doing it. And so rather than setting yourself up for failure and setting yourself up to be discouraged by the fact that you don't have the skills required to accomplish the goals that you've already set for 2019, I want you to start to think about progress. I want you to start to think about what can I do today? And so rather than new year, new me, I want you to start thinking new day, better me, because it implies that you are making progress. It implies that there's already good in you. You already have so many skills and qualities and characteristics that are good. You just need to refine them. So we're not throwing out the old. We're not throwing out things that are already there that are working. We're just working out some of the kinks. And so that's how I want you to start to think about it. I want you to start to think about, what can I do today, right? It's a new day, and how am I going to be better today than I was yesterday? And eventually, I want you to start thinking, it's a new moment, how can I be better? It's a new minute, how can I be better? It's a new second, how can I be better? And the way you start to do that is you literally just make the decision to be better. It truly is that simple. It truly is that easy. It truly is. However, where it becomes difficult is that you don't just make the decision once. That's where people fall. That's where people start to struggle, because you think, okay, well, today on December 7th at, what time is it right now? At 3:44 p.m. Eastern time, I decided to be better. And then you never make the decision to be better again. But making the decision today is not going to hold you even for the next 24 days of the year. You need to continue to make that decision. You need to continue to say, today I decide to be better. Even when it's easy for you to regress into your old habits, today I decide to be better. Even when it's difficult for you to wake up earlier, today I decide to be better. Even when you're faced with a day where you know that, even just getting 5 minutes of exercise in is going to require so much of your effort and your mental ability, even just to do 5 minutes of exercise, because you're not trying to have it today. I know what those days feel like. Trust me. You need to continue to make the decision to be better. That's where it starts. And that's why I need you to start thinking about it as today and not 2019. Because today counts. And if you don't use today and the remaining days, you have 24 days now. If you don't use the 24 days well enough, you are not positioning yourself you're not placing yourself in a position to be able to use the next 365 days well enough. Because if you can't get one, whatever you do at a small scale, you're gonna amplify on a larger scale. So if you're not necessarily doing it well now, it's going to be amplified on a bigger scale, which means that instead of just not using the next 24 days well, you're going to not use the next 365 days well. And that's not to say that you can't make a change somewhere in between there. I'm just challenging the way that you're already thinking so that you can start to make those changes now and not wait until, March, when you realize, okay, well, I decided I was going to wake up half an hour earlier, and yet I've been sleeping 2 hours later every day. Because that's likely to happen. That's reality. Anyways, so new day, better me. That's what I want you to start thinking about. Additionally, the one thing that I want you to ask yourself, the one question I want you to make sure that you answer is this: how did I stand in my own way this year of accomplishing my goals? Not what happened, no, I specifically want you to use that wording because I want you to take responsibility for your success, for your progress, for your actions. And so I'm telling you to use that wording specifically and intentionally. How did I stand in my own way of accomplishing my goals? Because it's really easy to look at life and say life happened to you. Yeah, it's really easy to be like, oh, well, all of these things happened that were out of my control, and to come up with all of these excuses and to say like, um, well, I lost my job and my car broke down, and I was so stressed at work that I started gaining weight, and the price of groceries has gone up, so I can't be cooking at home anymore and buying healthy food because, like, yes, all of those things may in fact be true. But no matter what level of success or even quote unquote failure, I don't like that word, but no matter what level of success or failure you're at, there will always be circumstances that are beyond your control. So it can't be an excuse now if it's going to exist when you're successful. So that's why I'm challenging you to take responsibility for your own actions by saying, how did I stand in my own way? What could I have done better? What didn't I do? Regardless of the circumstances that were around you. Thank you, Sarah. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Go ahead and share it on your page so we can get some more people to join and just to really engage in this process. But anyways, so that's something that I want you to start thinking about. It's the one question I need you to answer for yourself. I need you to do that. Please, please, please. It's the one thing I want to make sure you take away and that you start to think about, because when you realize, okay, yes, even though there might have been 95% of the things that happened this year that I couldn't control, there was 5% that I could control, and I didn't engage in that 5%. I didn't use that 5% to its full potential. Because oftentimes, if you take control of that 5% and you make it exactly what you want it to be, it will influence the other 95%. The 5% that you have control of holds more weight and more influence and more power than the 95% of things that you don't have control of. And we don't think about it like that. We're just looking at the number and not necessarily the value. And so I need you to change the way you think so you can set yourself up for success today and tomorrow and the day after and next week and 2019, but not just 2019, today. So that's really what I wanted to share with you guys. And that's what I wanted to challenge you on. And so for those of you who are like, listen, I know I have something inside of me. I know I have an idea for business. I know I can start my own thing. I know that I'm good at this. I know that I can do more than I am now. I just don't know where to start, or I'm scared, or I have fears, or I have doubts, whatever it is that's holding you back. If you're ready to move forward, or if you are brave enough to put yourself in a position to move forward, I want to help you do that. So what I want you to do is either leave me a comment below or go ahead and send me an email at info@rjconnell.ca and go ahead and let me know and say, hey, I caught this live broadcast. I want to know what's next. I want to move forward. Go ahead and do that. Take that action. That's part of being a better you today than you were yesterday, is taking action. So send me that email, let me know, or just visit my website at rjconnell.ca and just go ahead and enter in your email address and we'll stay connected there. My course, Clear, Confident, Bold, is going to be going live publicly in January. And so I want to be able to give you advance notice so that you can prepare yourself to position yourself for clarity, confidence, and boldness in the new year. So I'm excited for you guys, but I'm also challenging you. So when you go ahead and do this, what I want you to do is on Instagram, tag me, put up something in your story, and just let me know, new day, better me, and I'm starting today. This is what I did. I started to ask myself the question, how did I stand in my own way? And I engaged in the process of taking responsibility for my progress and my success. So that's really all I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm going to be back and doing my live broadcast more frequently, but I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what's to come. I'm excited for your tomorrow as much as I'm excited for your today. Anyways, that's all I have for you today, guys. Go ahead, send me that email or visit rjconnell.ca and let's stay connected because there's more for you to do. And I'm excited to walk alongside you as you accomplish it. Have an amazing, awesome, awesome weekend and an amazing rest of your Friday, guys. Bye.